What's going on, world? What's going on, gamers? What's up, Japan? So, um, we got more Ubisoft news here. Is this surprising? I swear with this company, like I said, it's hilarious. Like every day you wake up, there's news on Ubisoft. You may get a day, sometimes maybe 2 days off, but it doesn't last for too long. And there's something up surfacing with them, and it's usually very controversy oriented. They're like the controversy topic of the year, I swear. So we have some bad news here for Prince of Persia fans. Like, myself, I loved the series back then. First of all, let's take a look at this wonderful game back then, right? Sands of Time, 92 meta. I'm telling you, Ubisoft had a lot of great IPs. This was in 2003. I played it on GameCube, by the way. Oh man, that's annoying. So, this studio apparently just got laid off. They just got rid of the whole entire studio at Ubisoft because it did not reach sales expectations. A sequel was proposed but did not get greenlit. And we're going to talk about some issues with the game. So you see Asmund down there actually commenting. He says, it's disappointing this happening considering the quality of the game, but releasing a Metroidvania with EA not on Steam and way above the market expectations of price, of course it failed. Great example of how publishing strategy can literally kill a game. That is true. So it should have been priced probably at 30 bucks. It should have been on Steam. But here's another issue that the game apparently had that a lot of people didn't like. It had DEI in it. Well, the law says right here, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown team disbanded at Ubisoft, while the game embraced DEI. But it wasn't apparently heavy, but it affected the art of the character. So, like Elon Musk said, DEI kills art. A lot of people didn't like that. I mean, yeah, I don't want that compared to him either. He's supposed to be Persian. It lacked the essence of an authentic Persian culture. Warrior Within sold nearly 2 million copies despite being criticized for its obscure theme, which ultimately made it a classic. The characters were so well crafted that we got to see Monica Bellucci at her peak in the game. Lost Crown is what happens when a franchise's original vision isn't respected, on top of bad marketing, bad pricing, not releasing it on Steam as well too. So you have all those things that hurt the game, and just not getting the market that they need. You had a well-established franchise built by legendary directors and creative designers. You only have one job: revive that flame. Maybe listen to your fans next time. So that's what he said about it. And not only that, but there's a lot of people that are angry because even with all that in there, because like I said, it was still a good game. The developers were quality, but they were forcing their agenda on them. You see people saying the team deserved better. Companies like Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft don't seem to realize that smaller teams making critically acclaimed games is good for the brand, even if the games don't sell well. And that's very true because everybody at one point started indie, right? We go back to the 90s. You go from indie, double A to triple A, right? But if we take a look at this, which is what I find interesting, is why they disbanded the team because the sales did not meet expectations. I don't think it's just that either. Let's go ahead and take a look at this statement on Resetera. Internally, the fate of the game was already decided a few weeks after the release of the game. It was clear in spring that after releasing a few DLCs and cosmetics, it would be the end. A few members of the core dev team fought to get a sequel greenlit, which did not happen. Then they pushed for 2 expansions, hoping that it would work this time, but it didn't since Ubisoft needed more hands to help on other projects that had better sales potential. I think we know what they're talking about, right? Assassin's Creed Shadows and Star Wars Outlaws, which wasn't the case with Lost Crown not meeting sales expectations. So they made dumb decisions. The company is suffering. We know what happened and what's going on potentially of Tencent being able to buy them out. All the bad decisions they made this year, the failure of Star Wars, Shadows only having 900 pre-orders, just everything going downhill for them. X Defiant not doing well, losing so much money on the quadruple A title Skull and Bones. I mean, all the decisions they made have been terrible. This was the only good game that came out that scored well and that people actually liked. And because of that, they're going to dump and sacrifice this team because of that, which the team actually has talent. So you're going to get rid of your talent and then focus on all of this stuff right here. In the real gaming world, you don't ever get rid of real talent. You keep supporting them until they get better, and you make better decisions. You made a stupid decision by pricing the game that way. You made a stupid decision by not putting it on Steam and enforcing people to go on the Ubisoft platform. You made stupid decisions by getting in bed with DEI, ESG, and woke political agendas. and you're making that team suffer for it. I think that's stupid. And then enforcing the DEI art onto that series, onto those developers. And then you're going to lay them off? Yeah. So there's a lot of people that are pissed off about that. We can see on a lot of comments. Of course, a shame. It's a Go Metrovania. People said they liked the game. I hear positive things about it. Even Asmako said he liked it. Everybody in this business is so cutthroat right now. Sadly, not surprising. Another day, another reason Ubisoft should be atomized. What the hell? One of the game of year, a game of the year, according to him. I never played it. I didn't know. I love Metrovania games though. Excellent F everything. Best game they made in decades, and they killed it with their POS Ubisoft launcher account nonsense and subscription service. Pretty much rotten company. Hope the devs at least hear how positive the reception to the game was from those who played it. Up there with Hollow Knight with boss fights. I mean, Hollow Knight's pretty good. I'm gonna have to make see about that one day when it's super cheap. And core character action combat that was far better than I ever thought possible coming from Ubisoft. Of course, like I'm not even being a smartass. Companies want money. Game doesn't sell enough. Company doesn't make more. This makes me feel unhappy. Effing Ubisoft, absolutely disgraceful. So we see here that people are just not happy here. We can even go back to down here on Twitter. That sucks. It did sell poor, but that has nothing to do with the quality of the game. That's what I'm saying. If the devs are talented, this is a big problem in Western society. Like when EA had Wild Hearts, right? Wild Hearts did well. It sold a couple million copies, right? Amazing game. I loved it. Great alternative to Monster Hunter. I almost got 100% on everything in the game. I wanted more. I wanted an expansion. The game had potential. It had a base. Even Koei Tecmo said, along with Omega Force, who were the developers, that it did well to us, right? You know what I mean? That's successful. Let's keep going. But no, to EA, it needed to sell 10 to 15 million copies. It needed to be exactly in Monster Hunter's face. It's like that's a good way to start. Keep going. But that's not what they do, right? It needs to be FIFA numbers. And that's a problem that they have. It's not a problem with the game. And we can see this in a lot in Western society. And they're the ones making all the dumb decisions, hurting the game, hurting the potential of a sequel, knowing that it can take off. Whereas you can look over in Japan, you see series like Yakuza, you see series like Persona, SMT, you see a lot of series that just keep on going and eventually they get there and they never give up and they keep supporting it. They don't sell out and they don't have these dumb expectations. They're more intelligent about it, right? And over here, that's not really the case. So, yeah, I kind of find that disappointing. And it's not the dev's fault, it's the publisher's fault, it's the suit's fault, and it's them making dumb decisions. When, like he was saying here, when it comes to marketing expectations, price, and not putting it on Steam and forcing the character to be changed, as Learning the Law was saying right here. And then there was somebody that tried to say you'll just use the acronym DEI for anything now, and then he basically just shuts him down, showing that it was in the game for Prince of Persia. And we know this is at Ubisoft. So that's pretty much that. Let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe. You know I'll be doing this for years. I ain't going nowhere. We're only gonna get bigger, and we ain't never gonna back down from this type of stuff. I'll be streaming too. Got some games to do, but I want to focus on this right now. And yeah, just to let y'all know, there's a lot more to this channel than just this too. There's gonna be some epic gaming content and streams and all that going on. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like I said, later, y'all. Have a good day, evening, morning, night, wherever you're at around the world. Peace.